Hi there, everyone. It's Taylor. I'm back with Boy Small Engines. Hope everybody's having a good day. Um, can't be outside today, unfortunately. The weather's back to being crappy again, so uh, couldn't do much outside today. I will be doing more, or doing the second part to the Kmart mower project, but I can't start that until it gets a little nicer out because once I start once I get to the point where I need to start sanding things down and well, put it to you this way: once I get everything sanded down and everything, I have to spray paint, of course, and it has to be warm out, not windy, which is very windy right now, and just not the right weather for paint. So I can't really do that right now. But part two for that will be coming. But anyhow, do something here a little bit different. Uh, since I'm stuck in the house today, I'm gonna sit down and talk to everybody, tell everybody a little bit about me, and why I started messing, tinkering with small engines and things like that. So, what fueled my passion for small engines and other outdoor power equipment? As a kid, I used to go down to my dad's garage and I would look at I'd just look at the power equipment, his lawnmower, the trimmer, the weed eater, and even his chainsaw. And I always just even as a young kid, I always found that kind of things interesting. And the more and more the more and more I would go to the garage and think about these and look at these machines and think about them, I started to get more curious about, okay, now how does this machine run? How does it move? How does it cut the grass? Whenever my dad takes it out in the yard, how does it do all this? So I started getting curious then about power equipment, and small engines, and so I was 7 years old, I think, whenever I was doing that. I actually started realizing, what an engine was and things like that. I didn't yet at that point in time know how an engine worked or anything like that, but I was interested. So it got to be summertime. My birthday's in June, so it's in the summertime, and my grandma had an older international lawn tractor, and that summer, her and my pap were going to look into buying a new tractor, new lawn tractor, because their other one was getting older and they just wanted to get something more up to date. So they did. They went and they bought a new one, a newer Craftsman lawnmower. It's a nice mower. I don't know what model or series it is or anything. I can't remember. But anyhow, I talked to my grandma once they got their new tractor, and I asked her. I said, "Well, what are you gonna do with your old tractor?" And she said, "Well, we're probably gonna load it up and haul it into the for scrap, and get money out of it." And I told her, I said, I'd really like to have that. I'd really like to have that tractor. Well, she didn't haul it in right away. It sat in her garage for a little bit, a couple weeks, I'd say. And just so happened my birthday came up. And um, I didn't explain my grandma actually lived right across the street from where I grew up. So I actually lived across the street from my grandmother also. So I'd go over and visit her quite a bit. And I went over to my grandma's house that day on my birthday, and I told her, I said, "Hey, Graham, I told her I know what I want for my birthday," and she said, "What's that?" I said, "I'd like to have that lawn tractor, your old lawn tractor." I said, "I'd like to have that," and her and my Pat, they talked about it, and they were okay with it, giving it to me, but they had to ask my parents, so they called my parents. They talked to them. My parents were good with it. So I got the lawn tractor, and boy was I happy. I hopped on that thing and I rode it around. I think I burnt a tank or two of gas out of it just in a day, in a few hours. I mean, I just rode that thing around everywhere, all through the yard, up and down the road, and all over the place. I was excited. I was happy. I had a tractor, and so it went about a week, or not even a week. I mean, I meant to say it went about a day or two, and I started thinking back to my dad's machines when I used to go in the garage, or from going in the garage. I always wanted to know how these things worked. So I ended up pulling it in my. We had a shed they used to put and stack firewood in it, and I think it was even like for cool. But it was there whenever we moved into the house. I was real young when we moved there, but it was always there, and it always sat empty. Now my dad stored some things in there, and he just so happened to store some tools in that shed. So I pulled that lawnmower in that I got from my grandma, and after I got it in the shed, I started digging into it. And I said I wanted to know how that machine worked. I wanted to know how the engine worked. I wanted to figure all that stuff out, how it worked, how it moved, everything. So I never like really tore down. I never really got into the block or anything, or the internals of the engine. But I messed with the carburetor and tore other things off and put them back on, and got zapped on the spark plug a couple times, things like that. And that's what really started it. That's where I started out at. That's why I wanted to. That's what fueled me to get into small engines, and trying to repair them and repairing them. So yeah, that's where that all started at, and I still enjoy it to this day. I after I got a little older, I got into high school and stuff. I got I was able to get around. I got my driver's license and things, and I was able to use my dad's truck, and I was able to go pick up different things, different equipment and stuff. And I mean, I didn't do a whole lot, but I picked some stuff up and fixed it up, and sold it, made a little bit of money. It was nice being in high school. Didn't have a job yet, but I was still making money somehow. I was fixing these mostly push mowers. I didn't really do a whole lot of tractors like I don't right now, but I want to. I'd like to be able to get into the tractor business a little bit, but um, yeah, that's oh, got off topic there. But yeah, that's how everything all started with me. The whole idea of me, working on small engines and things like that, and yeah, this is where I'm at now with it. So that's why, that's what inspired me. That's what brought me to wanting to be in this trade, I'd say. I guess you would call it this trade of small engines, power equipment, things like that. It's just always been something. So I created a YouTube channel, and what encouraged me to do that was simply use guys that are out there on YouTube already that have very good channels, very successful channels. You're very good at what you do. Uh, yeah, you are the ones that I mean, the reason the ones that it's inspired me to do it. I watched a lot of videos, a lot of you guys' videos. I still do. I watch them a lot, every day. And you probably know who I'm talking about when I say it. Terrell Fixes All. That's actually what got me started on watching videos about small engines. I was working on my lawnmower outside last summer, or one of my lawnmowers last summer, and I went on YouTube to look up something I had a question about, on my lawnmower, and Terrell Fixes All came first up on the search about the topic related to what I was looking for. So I clicked on that, and I liked his videos, so I started watching him. And between Terrell Fixes All and Steve Small Engine Saloon, which I'm sure everybody knows who I'm talking about there too, But later on down the road, you know how YouTube recommends you to other other people that are along the same topics of what you search about small engines. I started finding you guys, you know, different people. I can't think right off the top of my head all these guys, um, but I follow a lot of yous, and I like your videos. Yous are very good at what yous do, and yous are the reasons why I'm trying this out. You know, I decided to do this. Not really trying out why I decided to do this. Um, I have been enjoying it. It's been a fun journey so far, and I'm very young in this journey so far. I'm 28 years old. You know, I'm still young. Just starting out here on YouTube. I've been tinkering around with lawnmowers and stuff, like I said, since I was pretty young. Um, but yeah, all in all, though, it um, I watch you the videos that you guys do, and from them videos, I figured, you know, I can do some of those things. So why don't I try to, you know, do the same thing? You know, try to make a channel of my own, make some videos, and see how it goes. And so far, it's been going pretty well. I know I got a long ways on trying to grow my YouTube channel. I know it doesn't happen overnight. I understand that, and I understand that content, you know, uploads and, you know, videos is one of the bigger things you got to be involved with in order to be successful on YouTube and get subscribers and things like that. Uh, and I'm doing my best that I can with that. I'm Once it gets nice out here, I really plan on showing you a lot. I plan on showing you a lot. You know, that's my favorite. It's my favorite hobby is working on, you know, motors and small engine equipment and things like that. So I do it all through the summer. So I have a lot to show you guys. It just as soon as this weather breaks, he's obviously seen on some of my past videos if you're watching that I've been having some trouble with winter wanting to go away and not summer, spring starting. It's supposed to be springtime already, but it doesn't much feel like it. But I'm not going to ramble on with that. Um, but anyhow, that's the main reason I started this YouTube channel is because of you guys. You inspired me. You know, the comments and stuff you leave just they motivate me to want to keep pushing. You know, with with these videos and things like that. And yeah, I have to thank you guys for all this. Honestly, without you guys, I probably, you know, wouldn't be doing this right now. And lastly, I want to talk about why, or I want to talk about what my mission, what my intent is for this YouTube channel. I'd really like to inspire younger generation to look into something like this, like the small engines. It's a good hobby or trade to get into, whatever you want to call it. It's a good thing to get into. It's also, you know, a money maker if you do things right. You know, you can make money with this, as you all know. And I just think it's a good thing for younger people to think about doing something like this, and you know, because it's a lot better than sitting in the house and spending all your time playing a video game or, you know, being on a computer doing something like that. Uh, it gets you out, it gets you moving, it keeps you thinking. As you all know, it definitely keeps you thinking. You know, diagnosing problems and stuff. It keeps your brain, you know, keeps your mind fresh. Like I said, again, I'll say it again. It makes you money. Uh, it's just all in all good. That's what I'm hoping to do is motivate younger people. I mean, you know, like myself, to get up and do something like this. I mean, I know there are other topics, you know, besides small engines. Now I'm you know, concentrating on small engines. I hope that this will inspire the younger generation to want to do something like this. I've never been big into video games and things. I would much rather be doing this kind of thing than playing a video game. I can't even tell you what kind of game consoles are out there right now. I don't know. I'm not up with them kind of things. But yeah, that's my reason. It'd just be good to see the younger generation get out and do something productive. And if you want to get into the making money part of it, it's a trade that's not going to go away. Everybody's got to keep mowing their lawns. You know, we get windstorms and things like that. Trees fall that have to be cut. Whether it be the fire department or it be in your own yard and you need to clean up the tree that fell in your yard or any situation like that. Small power equipment, small engines. There's always going to be a demand, so it's not going to go away. This is a business that will always be around, even if they were, even if it does happen that they switch everything over to electric, like electric mowers and things like that. There's still parts to them mowers, and there's going to still be things that have to be worked on, and they're going to still need people, you know, like yous and me that know how to work on these kind of things and know how to repair them and things like that because everything wears out. Everything wears out at some point, so it's gonna have to be repaired. And that's my goal. That is my goal, or that's my hope. Anyhow, it's my hope that I inspire the younger people to do something like this.